Hey, well, welcome to Changing Lanes with Hartz and King, guys. And you guys might see us a little red today. So we apologize for the technical difficulties, but thank you for tuning in to Changing Lanes with Hartz and King. I'm Hakima King.
I'm Jerry Hartz.
And yeah, it looks like we might have been abducted by aliens and dropped off, but you got a good excuse for being red today.
I do. I have a great excuse for being red
What is
today.
your excuse?
So I took a sailing trip with Dow and his friends up the Chesapeake Bay from Norfolk to the Baltimore Inner Harbor. So I got a little sun. So I'm just glowing so brightly that we're making everybody red.
Yeah. But bear with us. It's going to be a good hour. How was your weekend?
It was fantastic. I was very
Father's Day, and happy Father's Day to all of our fathers out there, to John and Aaron. Hope you guys had a good Father's Day. So, and everybody took care of the fathers.
Yes.
Yeah. So what did you do for Father's Day? Did you take care of your father?
I did. Well, that's why I cut the trip short, because it was Father's Day, and my dad's 85, and got to honor him.
Yeah, definitely.
So we had a little. My sister cooked, and I helped and cleaned, and then my brother and we played Rummy 500, and it was
Rummy 500. Is that close to Texas Hold'em? Like we played?
No, this is
not poker.
Not poker. This is not poker. Yeah, gin rummy, but you go up to 500. And my brother and I remember different rules than my mother, which is funny because her mother was the one who taught us all this game. So I know that my brother and I were doing it the way we were taught, and she got very upset, which made my dad laugh a lot. So it was really fun. We had a great time. We had a really good time.
I love game night with your family.
Yeah.
I had a really good Father's Day.
What'd you do?
Now, my father's been deceased since 2014, but I got, so my mom moved into a new community, and she had some people invite her to they always invite her out because she's always a good time, but they had a Father's Day cookout, and all the guys were cooking out. So I went with her Thursday to karaoke night, and the guy's like, hey, you should come to our Father's Day cookout. And I went, and I really did have a good time.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I just met new friends, and they cooked, and it was amazing.
If anybody needs to know the secret to Hakima's heart and way to get a really nice friendship going with her, it's cook her some food.
I'm not that easy, am I? I am easy. And these, listen, it was it's like a traditional Father's Day for them. It was, they're from Puerto Rico, so it was. It was good. No hot dogs and hamburgers. Oh my God. It was more like, chicken and shish kebabs and shrimp.
Lots of vegetables. Lots of nice spices.
Yeah, it was a lot of good food. So.
That's like good family too.
Yeah, it was. Like I literally got there at about 4:30. I left about 8. So that's a good time for me if I'm just sitting around talking and eating.
That's enough.
Yeah, it was. It was enough. And it's funny because I did a post yesterday because Saturday I thought I would go and get some Father's Day cards and be ahead of the game, because usually the day of Father's Day, on my way to see my father, would I pick up a card, right?
Sure.
And there were more than enough cards left. There was none.
No.
There was the money cards that were left, guys.
Right.
It's funny because I had to break down and buy the money cards, but I didn't put no money in the cards. Because what dad wants money? You guys, I feel like dads want more of something that's considerate, not your socks and your bow ties and stuff like that.
Oh my gosh, I saw the funniest post today.
Yes.
It was so funny. It was talking about that Father's Day falls as the number 20th holiday, with Columbus Day being like number 16. And he was so funny. He's like, Arbor Day beats us. And I don't even know what Arbor Day is.
Listen. I understand that, because when I went to get the card, it was like the graduation cards, the Father's Day cards, and then Juneteenth cards, right? So I'm like, well, what can I get? Because there's nothing left in the Father's Day section, and it wasn't that big of a section, right? I'm like, even on St. Patty's Day, there's a bigger section. Than this.
For sure.
So it left me with nothing but a good post to say, at least they're being recognized this year, because I tried.
That's true.
I tried to give me a good card.
He said the same thing about you, like you just said with the bow ties. He's like, it's like so bad they give you a pack. It's like a shirt, a bow tie, and suspenders, and the kids give you the shirt for Father's Day, and the bow tie like free birthday, and then the suspenders you get for some random day. He's like, they spread it out. It's like
we got to start honoring our fathers more.
Yeah.
But I mean, fathers are very important. Very important. I just think now we're starting to see, and I have great men in my life. And I was saying that yesterday, like, Cheney just had his first child.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's 38 with his first, but he's still
I was
saying like
38 with my first. I don't know what that means.
I mean, he's like an old dad. Like you would like, it's not old.
So I'm an old mom. Hello. She's like,
yeah, I'm just going. Yes. I mean, I guess being a young mom, and then there'll be as a father though. I mean, it's not a bad thing.
See, I think it's better as a father to be older because he has money in the bank. He's got his
stuff together.
Already straight.
Yeah.
And then the girl, I think it's better to be young because you got to run when you've got kids, and it's like
it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
I just can't imagine starting at 40.
No,
with a baby. Like I just cannot imagine. So I think about that when I think about our like 38. For me, that would be like, oh my God.
And I keep catching myself because I want to say it's different, but the generations behind us are different. Like the roles are different. So I think men are playing a much more nurturing role than like not that Isaac's dad was not nurturing, because he was very nurturing, but to his son, not to his wife. That's why we're not together. But anyway,
nurture to the kids.
Sorry. Anyway, he's a great guy. You all know him. If you're watching, you know who I'm talking about. But anyway,
Happy Father's Day.
I digress. Happy Father's Day. Sorry, I really sometimes just need to put a sock in it.
It's okay. Listen, sometimes we start reminiscing, and you go down that road. You're like, all right, pull back.
Went down a bunny rabbit hole just like that.
Right.
Anyway, happy Father's Day.
To all the great fathers out there.
I'm very grateful for my dad
and
for Isaac's dad.
Yeah, so for everybody who's listening, let's try to at least get Father's Day holiday up to like at least a number 10.
Yeah, I mean, think it should be
Mother's Day is probably number 1.
It is, absolutely. It's Christmas and then Mom.
I do think Mother's Day should be okay. It should be before Christmas. Because I don't think Jesus was born on Christmas Day, but the celebration of Jesus, yes. So yeah, we got that. We probably got that in order.
I think Mother's Day, because every religion
has a mother,
right? So I think moms should come first. So that's my.
I think we agree on that.
Yes,
so let's at least get Father's Day to a number 10.
Yes,
15 maybe. We're working on it.
Let's get above Arbor Day.
Baby step,
above Arbor Day, and Columbus Day,
right?
It's like he said. He's like, there's not even a Father's Day sale.
There's not a Father's Day sale,
right?
Well,
anyway, whatever.
I'll be at Costco.
Yeah,
in the grill section.
So I do what I like to tell you real quick, because it was definitely a venture on that sailboat. So it was wonderful, but it did rain, and the guys were so cute. So this guy changed lanes that owns the boat. He's a teacher, and he had his primary home, and then he had a duplex, and he's 57, I think 56. So he's 3 or 4 years out or before retirement.
Okay.
So he's been looking at these boats. He's always sailed his whole life. So what his parents would do is they were teachers as well. So they would get out of school June 5th or whatever, be on the water, and they'd stay a month, and they'd go to different places
on the water.
Yeah. So beautiful. I was very comfortable. It was like a 42-foot
it was pretty big.
It was a big sailboat. It's got the pontoons on each side with the.
You're supposed to send me a video. So let me tell you guys. Sometimes I call you, Jerry, in the morning while I'm at work, stuck. I'll call Jerry, and sometimes I'll be waking her up. And this time, she just answered the phone all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and I see the water in the background in the boat, and you're so beautiful on this boat.
Oh,
and I'm like, and I'm at work.
I know. But you looked pretty at work too.
It wasn't like freedom on the water, but got a little jealous that you were out there, but it was so beautiful. And then it's a nice sized boat. I'm
very
thinking
nice.
pontoon. For some reason, I wasn't thinking big boat. And you're gonna be on the water for like 2 or 3
I'm
days.
saying pontoon, but it wasn't a pontoon. I'm saying the wrong thing. I'm just trying to let you see that
It's like a sailboat.
It's definitely a sailboat. I don't know why I'm missing the word, but anyway.
How many rooms it have?
It had 4 bedrooms.
See what I'm saying?
Had, like a salon galley, and then it had like a little trampoline in the front. So
Yes,
like that's
where you
I,
were hanging out.
That's
at,
where I stayed. We got to see dolphin, and it was just very peaceful. And we did get some rain, but we saw where the Key Bridge up in Baltimore, where
the one that was hit.
The one that was hit.
How did it look?
Awful. And then not only that, but like the ships. So on Wednesdays in Norfolk over off of Willoughby, we have the regattas out on our water. So out in, from Norfolk, so because the mask can get out. On Thursdays, Annapolis has theirs. These ships, they're huge. They're the big old ships coming through. And it was this, I really thought this one guy was going to get hit. It was incredible. And then the wake from this, it's a shipping container ship, is coming towards a commercial shipping vessel. It comes towards us and comes right over, like we went woo up and down at least 3 times, and the waves came right over the hole. So it was very fun, and I love that stuff. So, and I'm still here, so I didn't die.
Right, I would be absolutely scared, like terrified.
I was like, oh, hold on, you guys, and they're like, everybody's like, okay, but the Key Bridge, you could see how massive it is and how high these ships are. They were
pretty big.
They're so huge. So like the clearance, so to drive over that bridge, I mean, at least 180 feet up. So
for a boat to hit it.
So the boat hit it, and the worst part is that the captain told the Coast Guard coming through. He said, "I'm having electrical issues," and they're loading up all the containers are going. And he's like, "Just go." So the captain, the shipping line, and the Coast Guard are.
Oh, really?
Yeah, or trouble. So but that bridge, another thing that I learned on a more positive note, is that bridge is named after Francis C. Scott, and he wrote the Star Spangled Banner.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
Oh, see, it's fun facts that you learn.
Francis Scott Key. I said it wrong. The Key Bridge. Yeah. Did I say it right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's like a history lesson in your whole.
I know. I felt smart.
But sad what happened, though.
Pretty tragic. Very sad, very tragic. Yeah. I'm so grateful. I'm sorry that the guys lost their life that were on there. Yeah. But it could have been, that runs all day.
All day long on major traffic?
Right. Yeah. So, yeah.
Wow. And it was pretty early when that happened. So,
it's like in the middle of the night.
Yeah. Right? And we have boat captains in our property the day that happened. So that morning.
Oh, wow.
And the boat captains are
they're pilots.
They're pilots. They're called pilots, and they drive these big vessels
through our waterways.
Yeah,
on purpose. Yes, we've got weird channels, and the captains of the normal captain of these boats usually get a little upset because some other person has to come and
get on their boat,
take control of their vessel. But it's like there's reasons for this.
So we had 4 guys that were boat captains, pilots, staying in our properties, and I didn't know what they did, but I was kind of honored because it was like this is very rare.
Oh,
it's a very rare job. That's why they make so much money.
Yes.
But he sent me a video of that morning of that vessel, or how the bridge looked after that.
Awful. I saw it cleaned up after they have all the crap out of the water. Right. You know what I mean? And it was still like your heart drops.
Right. And then they brought that vessel into our ports, did they not? Mm-hmm. In Virginia. So
and then a lot of they had to detour, or whatever that word is, to all the other shipping ports. Yeah. It's huge. All that stuff is so important in our area. The shipping, the military, and those are 2 of our major sources of income, and up there as well.
Right. Baltimore. Yeah.
So it was kind of we had a dreary day the next day coming up. So I am grateful that we have all our industry, but it is like then my nature side is like, oh my God, humans are gross.
It wasn't nasty, was it?
But no, it was clean water. It was clean enough. It's not going to, St. John or the British Virgin Islands or anything like that. But it was it's just industry. They've got a lot of industry up in that port, but the Baltimore Inner Harbor was really cool.
It was beautiful. Oh yeah, that is a beautiful area. Yeah.
So I've never been there, but it was really cool.
Yeah.
And I'm just really blessed to have been able to do that, and I'm really grateful for that I was blessed to do.
Travel by road. You do a lot of lane changes, and you planes. You were on the road.
I took the train home.
Right?
That was awesome. That was my first train ride through the back of Virginia.
How was that?
It was so comfortable. I walked around the whole time. It was 4 or 5 hours, but they have a little car. You can get your coffee, get a little snicky snack. I mean, I'm like,
did you meet anybody?
Yeah, Vlad, not Slav. Vlad, he was the guy that was, the little cantina man.
Yeah.
And he was fun because he was Slavic is what he said. And, my son's last name is Mihalop. So we got on a whole thing with KGB and all that stuff and the history of all that. And he's like, when he became a U.S. citizen, they asked him if he was a communist or not. And he was like, I was, born that way, but it wasn't my fault.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, but I was like, did you do anything to this train? He's like, do you want your coffee? And I was like,
you never meet a stranger. Jerry, I know. That's probably why we get along so great. Who did you meet? We meet so many different people.
I know, just like your whole cookout.
Yeah, just being friendly and open and being willing to. I don't know. I just never meet a stranger. I just want to know somebody's story.
Yes, absolutely.
Fun.
And that's why you do so well with these traveling nurses and traveling professionals, really.
Yeah, they're my friends.
I know.
Everybody.
I know. And you want to take care of them, which is really cool.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in to Changing Lanes with Hartz and King. If you are tuning in right now and you see that we're a little red, that's just because we're having technical difficulties with our camera system. And, we just roll with the punches instead of saying, hey, we're going to cancel this show today. We just decided, life happens.
We want all of us to look through rose-colored glasses for
yes, and that's exactly what we're looking a little rosy today.
Yes,
right. So hopefully next week when you guys catch us, we'll be back to our normal selves. But today, just bear with us and thank you again for tuning in. If you are right now catching us on our Facebook Live, Change Lanes with Hartz and King. Also, we're on Instagram, so guys, please like us on Instagram, follow us, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. So that's where you'll catch all of our past shows. And we've had some majorly good shows, and we're starting to get the viewers, and I'm excited about that.
Yes.
We have a guest that'll be on today.
Yes, hopefully so.
Yes. And we'll hopefully be talking about mortgages.
Again. Yes. But he's got different programs. So in all these different ones, we will highlight and make sure that you know which segment we're talking about.
Yeah, so. He's pretty fun too. I've seen some of his content on social media, and
he's a nut. So.
He is. Not only is he nice to look at, he is. Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and take a quick commercial break and come back with us, and myself and Jerry. We'll see you in a minute. Thank you for tuning in.
Have you ever wanted to dress like a Hall of Fame broadcaster but didn't know where to begin? In 2018, Aaron Phillips was inducted in the Las Vegas Entertainers Hall of Fame, and The Voice was born. Aaron has been part of many successful podcast programs, and branding those programs plays a vital role. Visit thevoice.qbstores.com and order the latest embroidered products featuring the logos of many of Aaron's shows. Discounts and flat shipping rates are available on all orders, regardless of quantity, on men's, women's, and kids' apparel, and many accessories. Visit thevoice.qbstores.com and let Aaron's voice speak to you.
Hartz & King LLC is where comfort meets class and real estate works for you. We're your corporate housing specialists, helping traveling professionals find high-end, fully furnished homes for 30 days or longer. Whether it's a temporary contract or a career move, our properties deliver cleanliness, safety, comfort, and convenience, all wrapped in luxury. Looking to maximize your rental income with quality tenants and stress-free property management? We've got you. Ready to start your own corporate rental business? We offer coaching and consulting with affordable packages to help you launch, grow, and thrive. And if you're looking to buy or sell your home, our very own Jerry Hartz, licensed realtor with 25 years of experience, is ready to guide you in every step of the way. Real estate, real people, real results. Hartz & King LLC, your corporate housing specialist, where legacy begins. Welcome back to Changing Lanes with Hartz and King. I'm your girl, Hakima King.
And I'm Jerry Hartz.
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah, so if you guys are tuning in, you like we said before we went on break, you see a rig glare. There's just our technical difficulties. Sorry. I keep saying that word like I'm just not
Technical difficulties.
There we go. You should say that word.
We're having technical difficulties.
There we go.
Problems.
All the way around, but that's okay.
Yes. And John, we want to thank you for the commercial, John, that you guys just watched. That is myself and Jerry have we have Hartz and King, which is a corporate housing company, and we do everything from property management to staging,
coaching.
Coaching and consulting.
Right, coaching and consulting, staging, getting your tenants in, obviously. And then the only thing that we really don't do is handle your money. We let you handle your money. Right. So, and then that's it.
Yeah. So, well, thank you. If you guys need any of that assistance or just hit us up. There's an email address on our Facebook page. Or just send us a message in Facebook or Instagram, and we'll get you what you need taken care of.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, that's our goal is to really just help as many people as we can and get rolling. So, and John was very kind to put that commercial together for us because I'm not technically
savvy.
I try and I can do okay, but it takes me a really long time and I get a headache. So you don't want me to have a headache.
I try. I'm new at it, so I put together all little reels. Those are easier than to
Yeah, so we're both trying to get much better at AI and putting some systems together. That's probably what we really need to focus on this week.
Yeah,
we're actually going to do that after we leave
today
and sit down and get some goals straight and get strategic on what we're doing and make some plans. So I'm excited to do that.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to take a break and hammer out the business of the business, because we're good in our realm of corporate housing, but as far as
you got to work on the business or in the business, and sometimes you got to take a 20,000 foot view and figure out
everything.
And do it like that. So I'm excited.
So guys, like we explained, we have a guest that's joining us in our next segment. So
you want to just take a break real quick and
we will and introduce him.
Little head. Yes, awesome. Absolutely.
All right, so we're gonna take a quick commercial break and we'll come back with Changing Lanes with Hartz and King and meet Mr. Patrick Sixay
with Archer Mortgage.
Yes.
Are you feeling overwhelmed or stressed? Remember to take a moment for your mental health. At the Mental Health Moment, we believe in the power of self-care and community support. Our mission is to encourage and empower individuals across generations to prioritize their mental well-being. Our program called CARE takes you through community, awareness, resources, and education so we can support you every step of the way. Join us at the Mental Health Moment. Visit our website or follow us on social media because your mental health matters. Remember, take a moment for your mental health.
Hartz and King LLC is where comfort meets class and real estate works for you. We're your corporate housing specialists, helping traveling professionals find high-end, fully furnished homes for 30 days or longer. Whether it's a temporary contract or a career move, our properties deliver cleanliness, safety, comfort, and convenience, all wrapped in luxury. Looking to maximize your rental income with quality tenants and stress-free property management? We've got you. Ready to start your own corporate rental business? We offer coaching and consulting with affordable packages to help you launch, grow, and thrive. And if you're looking to buy or sell your home, our very own Jerry Hartz, licensed realtor with 25 years of experience, is ready to guide you in every step of the way. Real estate, real people, real results. Hartz and King LLC, your corporate housing specialist, where legacy begins. Welcome back to Changing Lanes with Hartz and King. As promised, during our last segment, we wanted to introduce our guest to you. And like I told you guys, is not bad to look at either.
Well, thank you.
This is Patrick Sixay with Archer Mortgage. So
hello.
I have known him for a long time.
Long time, right?
Yeah.
15 years, maybe?
I don't want to talk about
10?
it.
We don't want to go. Oh.
Yeah, no, we want to go way back. We can definitely say 10.
Okay.
Yes. Hakima has had I had the pleasure of seeing him walk through the hallways. Right. And Jerry's like, I know him. I'm like, really?
Do you know him?
Yeah, he introduced us about a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
3 weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I'm
welcome
glad to
to
be here.
Change Your Life.
Appreciate
Forward.
that.
Yeah.
I'm excited that you're here.
Yeah.
And plus, it's fun to run into old friends while
Yeah.
we're doing this. So it's
Just
actually
hanging out and gather, running into old friends, new friends, and it's a good place to be.
Yeah.
Yes.
So tell us what you do. Your
I'm
specialties.
in the mortgage business. Patrick 6A with Archer Mortgage.
Mhm.
He said 10 years. I've been saying I've been in the business for 15 years, but I've been saying that for a few years now. So I don't want to age myself too much. But in the mortgage business, we mainly focus on purchase business, working with local realtors, financial advisors, really just the community overall. We try to sponsor some events in the community with Archer Mortgage. Archer Mortgage was created right here in Virginia Beach, Virginia, with some loan officers that have been in the business as longer than I have. A little over a year. So we're a new company. We're excited about that.
Mhm.
I like working for a local company, small company that we can help build, create the processes and procedures, really help build something in the community. A lot of loan officers like working for a smaller mortgage company, and that's where a lot of us came up in the business. And a lot of these mortgage companies got bought out by larger corporations. Okay, we've seen that across previous company I worked for did.
Yes.
A lot of companies in the area have. So, just working for a company where you know who the owners are, you have a little bit of a stake, not only in the growth of the company, but the direction of how processes and procedures are created is really exciting for me. So I'm the senior loan officer, but I'm also the regional business development manager for Archer Mortgage as well. So we're
That's
trying to grow
awesome.
that business.
So as a business development person, what does that mean? You go and you recruit different realtors to come to you?
Loan officers, yeah. I mean, we recruit loan officers. We just talk about what steps we can take to try to build Archer Mortgage with the people we have. So really at the start of we have a good core group of loan officers that have been in the business for a while and some newer loan officers as well. So establishing them in the community, getting the Archer Mortgage name out. Now that we have a good process in place, which is fantastic, direct access to my operations officer, chief operations officer, whether it's the president of the company, my underwriter I can call at any point in time and she'll pick up or call me back same day. So those things are powerful. Now we have a good process in place. We want to start recruiting loan officers and other people like that to grow Archer Mortgage.
Well, I mean, I was very lucky to do a transaction with Archer, and it was so quick and easy. Especially, it was a little bit complicated, but because there was a grant involved, 2 grants involved actually, and usually with a grant, any kind of grant, you're always like, is it here? Is it what's happening? I mean, it was like so fast. It was seamless. It was very done these grants with other companies before and not putting anybody down, but it was just so much easier. So I have to say, I was very impressed with that.
Yeah, it's one of the things we specialize with, helping first-time home buyers, and we actually have some grants and down payment assistance for people who are not first-time home buyers too.
Sure.
So
That's
pretty awesome. That's kind of what we specialize in. We've been doing this for a long time. So we work with, of course, people who are current homeowners. A lot of times those are people that were first-time home buyers, may have gotten a grant a few years ago and want to purchase again. We want to be your lender for life, not just a transaction, but it's really about, we do a lot of these grants. That's what we specialize in. So if anybody ever has any questions about down payment assistance or grant options, we're here to answer them. And that's a lot of what we do.
It's like so funny. Everybody, and I know that prices have gone up and inflation's crazy, and I am no stranger to the game. However, I do think there are tools out there for people to get assistance and to get help and to actually buy and not be so afraid. So it's great. Like, do you have stuff that you want to tell everybody about?
I mean, specifically, we really specialize with the Federal Home Loan Bank, $15,000 to $20,000 grant down payment assistance.
Sounds like amazing right there.
Yeah,
right.
And a lot of these programs are
right.
They're not easy. They could take a little bit of time, and a lot of times we're helping people build credit and build assets, save some money even to get to where they need to be. But a lot of loan officers don't really want to do that grunt work. They just want to, easy deals are easy deals, but the complex deals are what we take pride in. And
that's a big deal. I mean, like,
that is.
I don't know. We're in an area where I'm blessed that I have like good clients, and I don't want to put anybody down, but I mean, like, it's really like if somebody needs help, it's like they just want to buy a home, and I get really upset when people don't want to like.
Yeah, it's great to be able to help people get, change their lives and move into a direction. Hardworking people that sometimes don't realize that they even have the ability to buy a home.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, I think that's part of a goal that they can accomplish.
Right. So I met a group of folks yesterday at a Father's Day cookout.
Okay.
And they live in an apartment complex and they are renters. And I'm thinking everybody here should be able to buy a house.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they're hardworking men and women and they make really great money, but they just don't think that they can ever even accomplish. Like, it's like, in a couple of years, I'm going to work on getting my credit together and I'm going to do this and do that. But they put that goal out so far. But I'm thinking it should be accessible to anybody, especially that makes good money. And most people think you have to have this excellent credit score to get a house.
Some people think you have to have this perfect credit score.
And all this money.
I mean, sometimes we work with people to build their credit. And you don't have to have 20% down like some people think. Often no money down. Or you may have to pay some closing costs, but 100% financing,
right,
and even above 100% financing when it comes to down payment assistance and grants that cover not just the down payment, but some of the closing costs as well, is not uncommon. So, and a lot of people, like you said, I'm going to do this in 2-3 years. Well, how long have you been saying that for?
Right.
20 years, 10 years, 20 years you've been saying that?
Well, the rents are going up. And not only that, but like every single year, we're in the housing shortage, and it doesn't matter who's in office, it doesn't matter what the interest rate is, we're in a housing shortage.
Yes,
that's all there is to it. So, which means the prices are going to go up.
Right.
They might not go up as fast as they did a couple years ago, but they're still going to go up. Right.
Yeah, I mean even buying in the wrong time can be the right thing at the end of the day.
Exactly.
My first condo in 2008, right when the market had crashed.
Right when the market.
Now the property is like 8 years left on the mortgage. About $70,000 on the property. It's income producing property. And if you went back in time and said, "Whoa, 2008, it was a really bad decision for you to make." And I may have lost. I didn't pay a large amount of money for that property at the time, so I may have lost a little bit of equity in the short term. But now it's worth well more than what I bought it for, more than double. Okay, so sometimes it's always buying at the right time. That's like, it's great to buy at the right time, but the right time is today and not waiting years.
Because I think I read a statistic the other day. The average mean housing price in Virginia Beach right now is $368,000.
Yeah.
And last year I think it was $340,000.
Okay. So a nice little increase there.
It's a big increase, and it's like it's gonna keep going up.
Not to mention the tax benefits that you have as a homeowner, and just the security of not having to deal with rent that's going to go up every month, or possibly be told you have to get out because now they want to sell the home or whatever the case may be.
I sell real estate, obviously, and rent. I rent things out. I rent where I live. I rented after my marriage, and it was all crazy. There's just a different time for you to do different things, right? So, but the thing that I lived on a flag lot and was raising my son for 8 years. I didn't want to leave because the backyard was a lake and it was beautiful. It's great school district, everything I needed. It was 2-bedroom little place. Anyway, here comes the landlord, and his daughter was pregnant and she didn't have anywhere to go. And so she and her husband kicked us right on out. And
you had a place where you wanted to be to finish raising your son, and
and all that. I didn't talk about holy changing lanes, it was like holy moly. But again, luckily I'm in the industry that I had tools, and actually I had friends that had neighbors that were like, yeah, come here, and I'm leaving for 6 months, so at least I had we squatted for a little bit and then found where we are now. But it was like, I don't want to be that way. You just want to, so there's always something unexpected, and you control the things that you can control. And that's one of the things that you can control is once you get your mortgage, that mortgage in place, it's not going to fluctuate, but a little bit because taxes are going up forever. Right. So that's where I feel that you can't go wrong.
Right.
Exactly.
You can always rent it out. So that's one thing. You
rent it out, sell it, whatever it may be. Most people who have most wealthy people, well, not even wealthy people, the average working American, their biggest assets and investments are their primary residence that they purchase, whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 over time, and purchase, sell, rent them out, and also your 401k. So I mean, if you got to dip into both those things, especially if you're making good money. All of us aren't going to be investing in crypto and day traders and
Right.
and all that stuff. And so sometimes that can intimidate people. Well, that's just over my head. Well, let's focus on getting your 401k set up. Let's focus on saving, building your credit so you can purchase a home, and that's going to be your start to building wealth.
So
Yeah,
isn't it
Mary.
weird? Like, I'm just like looking at you because I've still pictured you like when we were first at the office that we were in, and we were young. I mean, we were young, but I think it's so fun to hear you in a true coaching position to be able to really help people. I think
Well, that's awesome. Thanks, Jerry. I appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, every once in a while you got to get a couple gray hairs for people to like listen to you
Right.
and believe
I
what you're
feel
saying,
like
but you've
that's-
done
Yeah.
it and you've like seen it, and so I think it's great that you're still in it. A
Yeah,
lot of people get burnt out and they're done.
yeah.
You know.
It can happen. That's
Right,
the
and
grind.
you're still
but,
living.
We enjoy
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So your summer, what have you been doing this summer?
What have I been doing this
Yeah.
summer? Oh my goodness, I've been all traveling the world.
Right.
In Paris. My daughter was in Paris for the spring semester. She's in University of South Florida in the dance program there. So she was in Paris with the University of South Florida dance program for the spring semester. So I went down there for a week, and week
So
in
she's
Paris.
killing it with
Oh, yeah.
dancing, huh?
Yeah,
That's
she was a
awesome.
senior next year. She's a star in the program, and week in Paris. Then we went to Switzerland. Drove from Paris to Switzerland. So we went to Switzerland,
the
on top,
chills.
staying at the top of a mountain in the
Yeah,
Alps,
those-
Swiss Alps for
yeah.
a week, and came back.
Was it cold?
No, it was nice. It was like nice. It was like a little chilly at night, but nice, cool day. And it would seem like, I would say like it was 50 degrees out or 55, and it felt like it was 70 when you were just however the climate was built there. I mean, like doesn't
was
feel
it
like it's
damp?
60. A little damp, but it didn't. It rained towards the end of the time we were there.
Well, I mean, like
but most
here
of
it's
it-
humid, so I think. we
Yeah,
get
not as
colder.
humid, but they
Yeah.
have, one mountain would have no snow, the other one has a snow-capped mountain, and the waterfalls developing as the snow melts off of them.
Sounds like amazing,
Yeah.
doesn't
I
it?
know.
Right.
Then I came back, went to the New York
Dope,
Knicks game in New
dear.
York for one night. Came back, was in Charlottesville, went to the Chris Stapleton concert. So this is kind of
But
like
you've
a
been
whole-
really,
Yeah,
bored. You've
And
been
then I
really,
got my
really.
mom and niece are down for this past weekend for Father's Day. So they've been
Yeah.
down
How
for a
was
few
your
days.
Father's Day?
It was awesome. Yeah, my
Good.
mom and niece were down, went to church, and got some seafood afterwards. And
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you didn't
we'll
have
get
a
back to
Father's Day
grind.
cookout? We were talking about that. Like,
Well, I was gonna grill, but it kept raining. So
so you did the second best thing. Got you some
gonna grill
seafood.
Saturday. We were gonna grill Sunday. I did get some oysters and still cook them at the house. but
Nice.
had to cook them in the oven. Couldn't put them on the grill because rain wouldn't stop. You
Wouldn't
know.
stop. Right.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, happy Father's
No,
Day.
thank you. Appreciate
Yeah.
that.
So when is she coming home?
Oh, she's home. I
She
brought her
is home.
back.
She's back.
She came
Okay,
back
good.
with me when I came back.
But where is she going to be the star in her show now? I'm
Well, she'll be
confused.
at the university. She still has a senior year. She'll be at the University of South Florida for her senior
Nice.
year. Yeah.
Okay. Now, where's that? Which city?
Tampa.
Oh,
Tampa,
okay.
Florida.
Right on. Very good.
Mhm.
So she's got a little sea in her soul.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, well, it's always a pleasure to see you around here.
No, thank you.
Yeah. So, and I appreciate you for stopping by, changing lanes.
Oh, I
for
appreciate the
Hartz.
invite.
Yeah.
It's fun.
So,
Yeah.
so we often ask our guests if they have a story they'd like to share or a change that they had to make that was like, overwhelming maybe at first, not necessarily negative because there's good changes that,
Right.
Yeah.
so, and then, so if you have that story and then a words of wisdom.
Okay. Well, I mean, I did shave my beard this morning.
I
That
know,
was
I
a
did
change.
notice that. I was like,
Does
you
that
look
count as a
different.
change?
Yeah,
Does
that
that
is a change.
Usually
Is
shave
that
my beard.
hard?
I got a beard usually, but I shave it usually around this time. Usually around Memorial Day, but I waited a little bit. So
Was that hard for you?
no, it's, I usually do it once a year, but it's like you don't want a beard to just be the identity. So
Right.
Oh,
and,
you got a new mullet this year too.
yeah, I've got a little mullet going. So those are two changes. Didn't have the mullet and had a beard. So as far as change, I've had situations where I've had to change mortgage companies and change management and change the people that you work with, and sometimes that can be exciting but also scary, and
Sure.
also that's different. How do you operate daily? The processors that you work with is very you really have to have an in-depth relationship with your processors and underwriters and
There's a trust
managers
there.
and,
There's a big trust
you know,
there.
it's a commission only, just like real estate. It's a commission only business. Eat what you kill. Okay, so you got to be able to trust that they can get the job done. Because as a mortgage loan officer, you're not only being a salesperson, you got to be managing your pipeline. You got to be analytical with the numbers. You got to manage your processor. You got to manage the title company, insurance. So it's a multifaceted type position. So sometimes that can be difficult. But
You guys are very
once you-
important.
yeah.
Yeah, I just realized like all the hats that you wear, because we do depend on you, because you know a little bit more. Like underwriting sounds scary to a person like me, like
Right.
have multiple
The underwriter.
properties.
Ooh.
Yeah, but you know how to finesse. Like, hey,
Yes.
I know the underwriters. Don't worry about it. You
Yeah,
take that
and
stress
sometimes
out
you got to
of
build these relationships with the underwriters. And hey, this is common sense. Sometimes, like it's
Right.
just there's guidelines and there's common sense. We got to come together. We got to come with common sense.
and see how
lending.
we do
Well, and
this.
it's very
But also
important to be able to
there's
talk to the
sellable
underwriter.
loans. Yes,
Really important.
exactly. Sometimes you have these conversations. Look, this is not something you hear every day, but we're trying to
Right.
figure out a way to get the deal done. And this is
Right.
what it is. Let's just figure out what the best solution is. So
Right.
we
Is-
really have a great relationship with my underwriter currently with Archer Mortgage. So
Good. You think it's competitive, and I know it takes you off of this change of money, but do you think when it comes to that mortgage is more competitive? Do you think when it like trying to close it?
competitive as far as like competing against other lenders or working with other real estate agents, or
So not real estate, but other lenders.
could be competitive. You know, at the end of the day, I don't, you know, I like working with agents that trust me to be their main lender. You know, if you want to, and I'm not really big into being one of three lenders. I want to build a relationship. You work with me. I'm putting invested interest in this deal. So is there competition? Oh yeah, there's always competition, especially in this area. The south side could be very competitive. So it can be competitive, but I try to build relationships with agents where it's not a thing where I'm competing against other lenders every time, because
So,
that's not
like-
healthy for the relationship or really my ability to work with your client for, you know, whether it's a week or 6 months to get them where they need to be. So I try to just not think of it as competitive as it is. Just focus on doing a good job and build a relationship, and the rest will
I think
take it, you know, figure itself out.
yeah, I may have kind of misspoke. When it comes to the mortgage.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
The
rate
rates.
wise?
Kind of
yes,
thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, again, you know, rates, it's always competitive. You can always get a better, you can always find a better rate, so to speak. Because it's like saying, well, maybe you can always find a better girlfriend or a better boyfriend. You can always on a day-to-day basis possibly find a better rate somewhere else. Okay, but we're building equity with the client, with the real estate agent, trust. We're very competitive with our rates, but the service that we offer is going to just hopefully allow that client to understand that where you want to be. We're investing in the community. We're investing in your future.
So that's the thing, like Hakeem, like the worst thing that because we have to work in tandem, really. So the worst thing that could ever happen is I'm saying, use Patrick, and then Billy Bob says, well, I called whoever, and they have a lower rate, but they're out in San Francisco, right? And it's like, yeah, but you don't. And then they're like, I can't stop them. He can't stop them.
Right.
You know, it's free will. You know, they get to go use who they want. But then the deal is like, has to go out 15 days. Has to go out. You know, they can't get the appraiser out here. Or the appraiser does a drive-by and not a real thing. You know what I mean? There's all these things that
they're
people
a broker.
do.
They're not working directly with their underwriters and processors. They may not even properly pre-approved you. I mean, so at the end of the day, it can be competitive, like you said, with rates, and that also comes back to competing with other lenders. And at the end of the day, that's just part of the business. But all you can do is do the best job you can do it, and hope that they.
It's a service industry, and that's it. So
just like a real estate agent, you don't want to be working with a client for 6 months, and they're like, well, and Jim over here says they'll do it for 2%, so I'm not working with you anymore. I mean, that's kind of something y'all have to deal with now, I think, a little bit more too. So at the end of the day, all you can do is try to build trust, do a good job for your client, you know.
Right.
And
that's all you can do. And go.
Hope for the best.
That's right. Anyway, so get back to your
yeah, I'm sorry that I.
So what was the second story? Yeah, we had the change. We talked about changing mortgage companies. That happens more often sometimes than you want when these companies get bought out by other companies. But, you know, That's one thing that you often have to deal with. And then what was the second question? You said, oh, another.
Like some advice you would give, like say, it doesn't have to just be like your daughter or somebody else, like just in life.
Yeah.
A piece of advice that you live by.
Well, I would say it's important to know who you are and not to always listen to all the noise, especially in today's world with everything is like I'm a loan officer. Okay, I've been doing this a long time. I like doing social media, but at the end of the day, you know, a lot of these companies will be like, well, we're going to get you to, you don't have to be in front of the computer. You don't have to look at the deals. You don't have to talk to your clients. Well, that's what I do well. So I don't want to stop doing that, you know, so I don't have a huge book of agents that I work with. I kind of keep that list of people that I know, like, and trust both ways between you and me. And also, so don't always listen to the noise. Stick to what you're good at. Work hard. All these get rich quick schemes, especially now. I mean, I can't go on Facebook without seeing the solitaire. How I'm going to make money playing
And
some
bingo, right?
game. I mean, I can make anybody doing that. Like, stick to what you know, build from there, and don't let the noise of get rich quick schemes get you confused.
That's actually very true.
Yeah, you have a really engaging social media. And
Yeah.
I like Jerry introduced it to me.
Bit, you know,
like
so.
I tell Jerry, like, I love me somebody that's cutting the grass. Like, she's like, you
Yeah.
just watch these cutting grass videos because I like to hear the sounds.
Yeah.
Right? And watch, because I cut grass.
Oh yeah,
Right,
I love
but
to cut my
you're-
grass on the lawn. Yeah.
But then she showed me your site or your social media, and
Yeah.
like now we're friends. And every time you post something, I'm up there watching it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love
So
that.
tell our
Thank
guests
you. Yeah.
where they can see you or find you.
Well, right now I really need to kind of get a social media manager to grow my social media. I'm just on Facebook right now, Patrick 6A.
Neat.
You look it up, SIKSAY.
Go live,
and you just find me
yeah,
on
you go-
there. And then I need to develop I try to just focus on that because I don't have a social media manager. One social media outlet where I can put my energy into without having
That is
TikTok and
that is. Oh yeah, we want to introduce you to
Instagram.
somebody.
And, okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, I try my best on managing me and Jerry's, but sometimes it just goes over my head. I say, you know what, younger people love this stuff.
Yeah.
And for me, it feels like a job sometimes, but I just have to I need to post something. I need to
Right.
post
You got to
something.
post more,
Yeah.
you know,
But-
be consistent and all that. And
Yeah.
I'm pretty comfortable around the camera. I don't
you
really feel like
you look comfortable.
I don't, you know, so that's something either you have that or you don't,
Yeah.
you know. So if you don't, you can still be successful, but you just again find what you're good at. Maybe I'm better at the digital quality of my video. Maybe I'm better at just constantly posting information about real estate or whatever it is, you know.
Right.
I mean,
So-
most of my social media, I talk about, people know I'm in the mortgage, but I like to be funny, have fun,
You're
talk
very
about regular
funny.
I
life.
know. I think that.
So, you
I
know,
think one
it's-
of my favorite ones was about the feeder roads up.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, they finally opened some of those feeder roads. I think that video,
it's wonderful.
the video must
Yeah,
have worked. I
coming
was like,
back.
got the
So yeah.
city of Virginia Beach to finally get that
Yes,
project done.
yes, I was laughing so hard about the feeder road. You guys wanted a feeder road, get regular road.
So they're not a drive and the feeder roads, you'd be fine.
I know, because it
But
was
now they have.
at least 10 years, right? Did that took?
See, I don't know how long it's been. Has it
It's
been
a
that
long
long?
time,
10
it's a
years?
very long
And
time.
they even still have feeder roads on the, you know, but both ends are there still are feeder roads.
There's still, yes, there are. It's
on
like
the
oh,
ends and in the
please,
middle
like,
it's not. But you know, hey,
whatever.
that's a story for another day.
Yeah, exactly. We could go on about that, but no. And then, well, you guys were chatting about the social media thing, and I think the three of us are pretty much extroverts. I can say that, but you have to kind of go into yourself and be quiet to post the social media and to get it going and rolling.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it's so hard for me,
For you.
for sure.
Well,
And
sometimes you might be a little self-conscious about what people think about you.
Right.
I
Act
don't
this
care
way or
about
that
like,
way.
at that
you know,
point.
so,
At this point, I don't. I mean, like, I don't even realize that I look bad until I look at it like 5 days later. And I'm
Right.
like, why did anybody let me put that picture out there?
I just do it. Like at this point, I just like you say, silence everything around you and just put it out there. So long as I'm okay with it,
yeah.
and I'm just going to put it out there.
Right.
So because
That's
I mean,
it.
we could overanalyze everything we do, what we say,
Exactly, right.
how we look when we do it.
People that do
And-
that, they end
yeah.
up never even posting. I've
Right.
been sitting in here all day making a video. Post the damn thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if I reach one person, that's all that matters.
I usually feel like typically when I'm doing it, it's the first time I just throw it up and I do the videos, maybe 1 or 2 takes. If I'm continuously trying to do it, take it. It's just, let's go back to it. It's not flowing for me right now. You know? So I
Oh, that's a good idea. Just give
if
it
I
up
get
for a
that
minute.
first take or 2 take, whatever it is. But if if I'm doing too many takes, I typically, it's not flowing well. It doesn't sound good.
Right.
Then I'll just come back to it. That's just
Right.
my thing.
Most
you
people
know?
just like you to be yourself anyway. Just like you don't like who I am, then
Right.
it's not for you. And we have
Exactly.
a lot of people that sit behind social media and
Pick your part or
Hey,
whatever.
they're gonna do that, you know.
You
But we
gotta love your
yeah.
haters. You know, there's
Yeah.
more haters
Right.
Right.
than
They at least
follow-
watch
than
your video.
friends
That's
at
all
the
that
end of the
counts.
day. Say,
Right.
keep watching.
Right. Negative energy.
Hi, haters.
I'm pretty sure you don't have any haters.
Oh no,
I'm pretty
I'm sure.
Easy.
Well, thank you again for coming to Change Lanes.
Oh,
for
you're
Hearts and King.
welcome.
You're always welcome.
Yeah, we'll come
To
back
come and
again. Do it again.
talk
We're
to
in the
our
same
guests.
office
Sure.
here and gather. So appreciate the
And
time.
in the meantime, I'll just, as you walk down the hallway, I'll wave and speak.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see you out in the main area. Until
Yeah,
next
sounds
time.
good. Yeah.
Or
let
just
us
hit me
know.
up with your clients. Let's get them pre-approved.
Yes.
I'll
Absolutely.
drop
Definitely.
you back some cars. I can bring back some cars
You know
for y'all.
what? I am definitely gonna see this group of guys that I talked to
Okay, yeah.
yesterday. You would definitely be perfect to kind of make them more comfortable into knowing that they can afford a mortgage.
Love to talk to them. I'll
Yeah.
bring some cars back by. Of course, you have my information, but
Yes.
Yeah.
Patrick,
Yeah.
6A Archer Mortgage, and I'd
What's
love
your
to work
number?
with you. 757-761-9675.
All right. Well, you heard it here.
again.
757-761-9675, and it's Patrick with Archer Mortgage, and the email is Patrick at Archer Mortgage LLC. Patrick at Archer Mortgage LLC. Look forward to hearing from you soon.
Yes.
Perfect.
Let him help you out. Let him get you a mortgage and help you with your credit. Anything you need, I think this might be your guy.
I appreciate
All
that.
right?
Thank
No
you.
problem at all.
Awesome
All right.
time. Thank you.
So thank you again for joining us on Changing Lanes with Hearts and King. I am Hakima King.
I'm Jerry Hartz.
Catch us. We'll be back next Monday,
Yes.
live on Facebook
and
and YouTube.
and
And we got Instagram, but I don't think
Uh-oh.
we go live with Instagram. Yeah, we kind of grew up a little bit.
Okay, you
Yeah.
got the Insta
Oh,
down?
yes, WWDBTV. And for those of you that watch us live on the other Vegas channel,
WWDBTV. Las Vegas.
and you hear it right there. So thank you again for tuning in and always watching us every week. And we appreciate you guys.
yes, thank
All
you.
right. Thank you.
Have
We'll
a great
see
day.
you.
Thank you.
Yes, we'll see you next Monday.